We're Brad and Karen Streeter, and we own Vista Drive In Manhattan, Kansas. My folks started the restaurant in 1964. I think that we joined in the mid to late 60s, so almost 50 years. They were really resources for everybody in the restaurant industry, because back in the 60s there wasn't a minimum wage. And so when that was brand new, that was big to learn that. You know, changes in workers' comp. If there's something pertaining to the industry, the Kansas Restaurant and Hospitality Association is there to answer questions, and if everybody needs it, they put on seminars, you know, they have webinars now, you know, they're there to help every individual member.
One of the ways that I think that the Restaurant Association helps us all is, yes, we all have lawyers that we can access, you know, we all have our accountants, but every time you call them up, the time clock is clicking, you know, and you're paying for that. Sometimes we don't understand anything to know what questions to even ask the accountants or the lawyers. So we can call the Restaurant Association, and while we can't, you know, they're not legal experts necessarily to give us the legal advice, they can tell us what kinds of questions to ask, what we need to look for, so we're better armed when we do talk to the professionals that from time to time we need to consult with.
A lot of what we've talked about at this point too, you know, support your industry, get involved in the legislative process. You could, you know, with all the things that are going on in the association, you know, if you want to look at only dollars and cents, I think you can save enough money to pay your dues. It's a good investment.
Any business has their own organization that they can rely upon and talk to, and the Kansas Restaurant and Hospitality Organization is the one for the restaurateurs and hospitality industry. I think for the reasons on having the expertise to help us out, they have a credit card program where all of our credit card processing goes through a certain vendor that they recommend. We feel like we're saving on our credit cards because, you know, it used to be that nobody in fast food ever took credit cards, and we were one of the first restaurants in Manhattan to take credit cards. And the amounts go up, you know, monthly on the percentages of what the sales are. We have several other like businesses that we use the credit card processing on.
The one thing that we look at, that we know literally hundreds of people all throughout the state that we now can call our friends that we wouldn't have known. And that goes back, you know, those change over the years because other people have dropped out and new people have come in. But I think those relationships, how do you measure the value of that?